This is part 4 of what Robert Wilson was saying in a conversation to me. I know you all have heard that twins are psychic. Well, here's some of that truth, because I was a twin. And that's one of the reasons why I was gifted to be able to hear others and see them who have been taken in flight to elsewhere from the earth temporarily. But anyway, okay, so Robert Wilson, he spoke to me and he says, in part 4, he says, Lonnie Simmons did not supply drugs to us. Big name record companies did. Lonnie couldn't afford drugs and didn't want to. He wanted to stay focused. Now, like I said, this is part 4, and so Robert continues. He says, new to town, what did we know? We're country farmers, somewhat. No, but those big dogs was pushers. Plus, they owned the record companies and had us signed to them when we left Lonnie, he says. Should not have stayed with them. We should have stayed with Lonnie. At least he didn't have us drugged. He was black, couldn't afford all that. But the white CEOs could import it and party all night. They didn't have instruments to play, so what did they care? Didn't need to keep their voices intact. They had no performances to go to. Didn't need to get up early for rehearsals. Just us. But they kept us out all night so they could say later that we were druggies and that we know what we were doing. But we didn't. We were young, said Robert. Unaware, needed guidance, so we'd stay on the straight and the narrow. But we left that at home, back in Tulsa, Robert says. So I wanted to go home, he says. But one day, as I was getting ready to go back to Tulsa, there they were. Come on, get high with us. I said no. Got a train to catch. Maybe some other time. But they weren't trying to hear it. Our record sales was up, so I was tired, and I wanted out. One of them said, we heard you want to go home for good. I said, maybe, said Robert. And they said, never. You're the Gap Band. Do you know how good y'all are? Well, that speaks for itself, they said. Stay or die. Your talent goes with you. It's a threat to us, talented folk, talentless folks. So, they shot me up, said Robert, filled me with morphine. And then there stood 2 angels. Took me on ship, where I've been ever since, said Robert Wilson. Then he says, there's more. Love you, Mom, Dad, Charlie, Ronnie, Loretta, and others. He says, some of my peeps are here, some are there. Mainly Hollywood. I have an adopted family. Goodbye till later. Thank you all for listening to our loved one, Robert. It was a pleasure to hear him too. But anyway, I'm Love Herself, and so, like I said, thank you for listening.